Hey guys, this is Tim, and that is Guatemala Paramos. Um, and I wanted to share a practice that Thich Nhat Hahn taught with his Sangha, his monks and nuns, a daily practice, which has really helped me. It's pretty quick. It's always best to start with an intention, at least get the breathing, tap into the breath, and take a little descanso.
Mindfulness is the capacity to be aware of what is going on and what is there. And the object of your mindfulness can be anything. You can look at the sky, you breathe in, and you say, breathing in, I know, I'm aware of the blue sky. So you are mindful of the blue sky. The blue sky becomes the object of your mindfulness. Breathing out, I smile to the blue sky. This is another kind of practice. And first of all, you recognize the blue sky as existing. And if you continue the practice, you see that the blue sky is wonderful. And it may be that you have lived 30 years, 40 years, but you have never seen and touched the blue sky that deeply.
So the first practice, you just raise your arms to shoulder height, breathing in on the way up and breathing out on the way down. And then the next practice is breathing all the way up with your hands over your head, stretching up, and then breathing out all the way back down. And Thich Nhat Hahn always says to smile on the out breath. I also like to incorporate other stretches, but always keeping with the breath and keeping in touch with the body. If you need to do some head rolls or shoulder rolls or anything. So the next practice, the third practice, is your hands on your shoulders. And you breathe in and you bloom like a flower. And when you breathe out, you come back. It's really nice to do in the sun. The next practice, when you breathe in, you make a big circle with your arms. When you breathe out, you come back. Okay, and as you can see, I'm going pretty fast with these. So it's probably best to just watch first, and then you can do it on your own. Feel free to shake out your arms. This practice, breathing in halfway, you're making a big circle with your head. And you can always tweak the breathing, like Thich Nhat Hahn usually does like half of the circle in, half of the circle out, and then come back the other way. I like to use my arms like halfway in. It kind of helps me remember to where I'm at too. Each one you can mess with too, but he usually does for each practice. And then you breathe in all the way up, and then breathe out all the way down. All right. The next practice, you put your feet in a V, so your heels are touching. And when you breathe in, you come up on your heels, and when you breathe out, you go down. Kind of see the volcano going off a little bit in the background. This one you might need help by looking in front of you and getting like something to focus on. Feel free to smile. They say it in a very Zen way. This next practice, you lift one leg up, stretch it out, and put it back down. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. It's not till I recorded this that I realized that I'm going so fast. This practice can be really nice for like kind of like descanso, taking a break. But if your heart rate's already kind of going and you can do this really fast, which is a good thing. It's a nice break, but it's also nice to do slow and really, as Thich Nhat Hahn said, become aware of your surroundings and what's going on inside. This next practice, you make a circle with your foot. You can kind of imagine it with your big toe. And then again, you can breathe in like halfway, and then breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. I'll post the link to the video that I learned it from. There's better camera angles to see how each practice is done. This one is a little tricky for getting the balance down. Okay, so this is the last one of the 10. Your feet are perpendicular. Start with one foot out first. Breathing in, you stretch into it, bend down. Breathing out, you come back. So breathing in and breathing out. And then other side, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, out, in, out, in, and out. And that's it. That's the 10. I like to finish with something that you just breathe in, put your arms up, and then breathe out. Kind of imagine like a rocket ship with the hands going up and then fireworks going out. And Just a nice way to end. Find your own way. You can feel free to do a bow in gratitude. And then it's also nice to kind of take a second, not just like rush back into what you're doing, but get back to the breath. And then it'll end with a poem from Thich Nhat Hahn.
The two leaves of the pine-wood gate fall shut. A shimmering arrow leaves the bow, speeds upward, splits the sky, and explodes the sun. The blossoms of the orange trees fall until the courtyard is carpeted. There, the flickering reflection of infinity.